and even going forward with our taxes. In some years to come, it's going to be very streamlined. And so I really believe that my assignment is to help individuals, like they say, I'm not just going to give you fish. I just don't want to prepare your taxes. I just don't want to do your books. I want to teach you why it's so important for you to know what's going on that tax return and how you can leverage it to bring you some money, because they have some stuff coming up, you guys, that not just coming up, it's been there. I've tapped into it. My goodness. And so I want to be able to share with you all so you can begin to implement it, not only in your personal life, but I want you to implement it, especially with your business, because most of my, about 94% of my clients are business owners. And so all those business owners now in 2023 are business to business. We are working in collaboration together to build up the kingdom of God within our industry, inside the marketplace, to spread what God has given us, because somebody needs to hear your voice, someone needs your product, someone needs your service. But when we all scale it back, and no matter what classes I've been taking, what webinars I've been in, what rooms I've sat in, the main thing that I don't hear is how individuals going to prepare for that tax season. So that's when Ervin Management come in. I'm Danielle Ervin. I am the founder and CEO of Ervin Management Group. And I'm here to serve the marginalized community, the micro businesses, faith-based organizations, and I say Black women in business, 55 and over, but I do have a mixed clientele. So I fit from what my, for my business analysis, the BIPOC community, okay? And so we service these individuals to make sure that the business is in compliance within the industry by way of tax preparation, bookkeeping, and we have added the new program, the leadership development for this year going forward, because with that, that's a whole nother level that's going to be a blessing within the business arena. Oh my goodness. So we have just a quick sales punch. We have incorporated last year, starting in September. I've done once a month. I literally do a cohort session where we find the grants and submit the grants online. Yes. And so I'm not just giving you links. I'm not just saying, okay, they have this grant available, that grant available. We literally spend time together, a group of us, and we have our computers. We have our, and you have to have your computer or you have to be by a desktop, right? To type in and literally fill out those forms together. And so this is also another opportunity that you'll be able to tap into at the end of this mini presentation that I am serving you guys in. So what's on the agenda today? I'm going to show you some easy tax tips on how you can start organizing your documents to prepare, to bring to your tax preparer. Or you can come to me. I would love to work with you. But I literally teach my clients how to structure their income and their expenses, okay? And then next, I just want to tap a little into share my screen so you all can see some things that's going on behind the scenes that if you're in business, it's time to really like put the foot on the pedal and let's get the going. All right. In so many words, it's time to get about our business in our business. One time my son saw my calendar, and he was like, mind your business. He said, okay, all right. And I say, no, that meaning I'm in my business, minding, taking care of the things of my business. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I learned so much last year that really like, whoa, I thought my business was at a certain level, but going through my accelerated courses, and be graduating next year, yay, for my MBA, and just how the different fundamentals of business structure have changed. The models are still, but they're more streamlined and they tapping into the technology world, you all. So with that said, on the other side, I know they have different industries and organizations and individuals that's teaching difference on how you can do this. You don't have to do this with your tax return. You don't have to file this, or you can opt out. And look, I could tell y'all some stories. This is how I really got into taxes because of some things that had happened, and I'll talk about that later. But my focus right now, I want you all to really like, okay, yeah, it's tax season. I know my paperwork is all over. Well, I'm about to show you guys a simple way you can go to the 99-cent store, okay, and get one of these. Well, I went the other day because I wanted to get one as a surprise. And I had these folders. I got this for 99 cents, but they're not there anymore. And the ones that they do have is more, it's smaller, and it's $3.99. You still can't beat that. Okay, you still can't beat that. But what I want to show you guys, go and get your binder, especially business owners. Shame, 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 shame. Let me tell y'all, I've worked with individuals with Lift One, City of Houston. What's other organization? 2 other organizations. And in my bank, all of them are saying the same thing. The 3 common things that they wish that small business owners, those that are independent contractors, sole proprietors, if you have employees like me, you're now a micro business, okay? Just self-employed, meaning that you have not incorporated anything. You just have a gig job, and you claim, well, some of y'all don't even claim that, because I've seen that also. You should be claiming it, but you're not, just on your social security number. So through these weekly tips, my goal is that you become knowledgeable. I encourage you to empower yourself within your business, your gig business, okay? I'm gonna also have an ebook available for you all, how to structure your hustle. I do have 2 books coming out. I have one that's already pre-ordered. I'm gonna post that on Friday when I launch it. And just some things that I know that you all need, those a little help, God, to say, okay, let's structure this. All right, let's structure this, because whoa, I didn't know all this was available to me, what Dr. D is saying. I want to get to that place. And what else I have found, that we like bunny rabbits. We want to hop here and hop there and hop everywhere. No, structure yourself. If you have found a person that you know that they have your best interests, they know your work, they know your industry, they're there to give you that additional push. Why would you go out and nibble at a restaurant, right, where you know you're going to get sick? And then some of them have their flashing lights, and once you get in there, it's like, oh my gosh, what kind of place is this? But I don't want to ramble too long. So my assignment is to really get individuals to start like, okay, I want to get serious about my business, Lord. All right, maybe I need to connect with Ervin Management Group. because I just need to get some stuff in order. So this is the first thing. Go buy you a binder. All right. This binder has, I think it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 6 dividers. So you can put, they have 4 quarters in a business, which we're going to talk about that when we do the 3-day challenge. All right. And so you can begin to, I'm telling you, this first and second quarter of this year, if those individuals have ears to hear what the Spirit is telling them about their business, and you call us at 832-573-3095, let's see if we can work together. Okay, and probably we can, but the thing about it, you will have to do the work. And as I was saying earlier, a lot of individuals want to change, they want to level up, but when it's time to do the work, they feel like, oh, I'm gonna go over here and pay that $25,000. And then when you get in there, ouch, you still got to do the work. Still got to get your paperwork. Still have to file those taxes. And let me streamline back. When I was sharing about the different organizations that have worked with, right? And the top 3 things that they say that's missing from business owners, they don't have their income and expenses together. A lot of them don't keep their receipts, their invoices, which I don't understand, but I do understand. They don't have, some of them have not formed their business into a DBA or incorporated as an LLC, but I'm going to get into that a little more with the LLCs, what's happening behind closed doors, the laws that's being implemented, okay? And they don't, let me see, what's the top 3? Well, it's more, but the top 3 are always here. They don't keep the expenses and the invoices. They do not have their paperwork structured properly, and they don't maintain their books, their financials. And that's the 3 main things that you really need to do that tax return. So today, starting today, the first of the year, I want everybody, I'm not able to see on the Facebook who's on here. Let me pull up, because I had some challenges right there. So I'm gonna see if anybody's on the Facebook. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment, and I'm gonna strive my best to respond. Now, I know I just saw myself. And this should be recording. Okay. And I forgot my water. I don't know. Have y'all, it's been dry and I've been having some issues. I'm going to the eye doctor again, but it's just been some stuff going on, you all. Okay, so yes, I can see. Okay, yes, I can see. So if you have any questions, okay, of anything pertaining to taxes right now. Okay, yes, I can see. So if you have any questions, feel free, okay, to put them in the comment, and I'll do my best to answer. All right, so now when you buy your binder, okay, you want to make sure that you put this over here. Get you some manila folders. I usually have the vanilla kind. These color represents my nonprofit companies, but I don't have any. I have to order my other one. So, and what you can do when you buy this folder, okay, you want to get 12, representing 12 months. All right. Sharpie any color that you like. All right. And what you want to do, I'm a little old school. Okay. And you're going to start and label. That's January. You're going to do February. And go all the way to December. Okay. Okay. Watch. I write it out because it gives me, it's kind of relaxing for me. And so because this one here, I'm going to put January and February. Put January and February in one pocket. And then I'm going to do March and April. Now, some of you can do this now for this tax season. Tax season ends April, I think it's April 15th. It falls on a regular day now. Let me make sure. But you know, people like to try to find all kind of things. So Dr. D is going to get the right date for you. Calendar. So since tax season, the first part, a lot of you don't know this here though, but if you don't owe IRS any money, the end of the tax season is actually October 15th. Okay. So the pros and cons about that. The deadline, that's mandatory deadline that they promote is April 15th. Now, if April 15th falls on a Saturday or a Sunday, or it's a holiday, they push it to the next date. Because April 15th falls on a Saturday this year, they're going to push it to the 17th. So your deadline to file your taxes is April 17th. All right, so you have to now to prepare. IRS don't open up until January 29th. And if you have any dependents that will qualify you for child tax credit, American Opportunity Credit, the refundable or income credit, your tax return won't be processed until February 15th. So that's why a lot of disparities go on when people file. Like right now, you can file taxes right now. Okay. So a big push around this is peak season for most companies because they offer the rapid refund. Urban management do not do rapid refund. And I have my reasons because I done worked in the industry over 10 years and I already see what that's about, you know? So I choose not to have that product through my company. And it's because I understand the mechanism behind the scene. So individuals that come to Urban Management Group, mostly are referrals, all right, and they know the process of how we operate. And it's just a lovely big family, okay? And so with that, so you wanna make sure, especially business owners. Now, if you have like 2 businesses, that means you want to get 2 of these, put the first business or tag or right on here, and then get another one for your second business. It's always good to keep that separate also, okay? Because I'm going to show you guys some things that are happening for business owners that you're going to have to make sure that you taking heed to this, because just because you're not going to see nothing this year, they already have it in place. And y'all know, IRS gonna be sending them letters out. They're sending letters out, well, a year, 2 years later about your return from the former year, and you're like, okay, so what happened? We're going to see a lot of letters. Yes, those CP letters. And I don't want you guys to get frantic about that either. Just open it up, see what they say, and bring it to your tax preparer. Most of the times, we have a new audit protection attached to our business tax returns that's going forward this year and forward. And so our clients are going to be protected, and we have an added value to our services, because now our customers, on our clients, only thing they have to do is sign to give us an opportunity to speak on their behalf, because most of the times they're not able to get through. We not even get through, okay? And they still working on that. But anyway, I'm not gonna draw all that out. I don't want to keep y'all too long. Okay, yeah, we already been 30 minutes. So you want to make sure you put the folders in here. All right. You guys can do that for this year. All right. Now, once you do that, now if you want to be more sophisticated, you can have another binder. I usually bring this with me when I go and meet a client or go to anything with the city. I have to go and meet, and it's just more professional, and it's lightweight. And usually the only thing I probably have my some consulting agreements in here. I have my capable statement in here for the company. I have some invoices, blank invoices, just to do an estimate. And then a lot of times you can do that on your phone also, but we still have individuals that's old school that like paperwork. And I do paperwork too, but I'm learning how to incorporate all of these different systems, which is that's a whole nother video, but I'm learning. Okay, so now you have your folders, right? So each company have their binder. And so for January, you want to take your receipts. I advise business owners, because I always hear this, oh, I throw it away, I don't have nowhere to put it. Keep this in your car. Put it underneath your seat. Keep it where you can see it. And so when you go to the gas station, oh my God, that's another thing. Look, think of it this way, and then I'm gonna be gone. Every receipt that you accumulate, make sure you keep it and you write on it what you did. If we had to get gas for a business meeting, put on that receipt, business meeting, the date and the person name. Let me tell you something. Let me share my screen, because this is very easy. You're also going to have in the front, right here, you put all your statements, income statements, like somebody, you have an invoice, you work on a regular job, you put your W-2, you want to have that right there. Any 1099s that you receive, you can put all that right there. The inside, you can put it on the inside. I'm just suggesting, okay? But this is real handy that you can have. And so that month, and I know it's time consuming, because y'all just know I got a whole box of stuff I have to do for me, right? So you're gonna put your receipts in here, right? You're gonna put your receipts in here. I got some receipts right here. And that last day of the month, I thought I had some receipts. I must have moved them. The last day of the month. Oh yeah, here we go. Here goes some receipts. All right, so the last day of the month, you're gonna take all your receipts, right? Find out what they were. They're for gas. Put all your gas receipts together, add them up, okay? Tape them together, put the totals on there. Because what has happened and what is happening, okay? Taxpayers come to get their taxes done, but when a tax preparer have to start calculating paperwork, that's bookkeeping. So now you have added another 200 and something dollars or whatever that person charged for bookkeeping services. All right. So this will be something else that you could be proactive with to take control of your business. Then you can look at it and say, whoa, I spent this kind of money on this. And really look at your numbers. I was in my financial class and we had to do a projection. We had to do a forecast projection of our business when we started up and where we want to see it in 3 years. And the first part was we had to document everything we had to do when we started the business, all the money that you had to start the business. And then the next year, depends on how many years you've been, you're going to take those expenses and you're going to tell it and you're going to put it in. And month to month, you're going to literally see where, oh my goodness, okay, so this is my peak time, this is my low time. Now, this is only for those that are serious. Like I always say at the end of my broadcast, are you really in business or is it just a hobby? Are you just a person that say, oh, I'm in business to showboat, to like, oh, I got my business card, you know, and you don't know your numbers, you don't keep your receipts, you don't know your expenses, you know, like an individual came to me and like, oh, I heard you help people get grants. I need help to get a grant because I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I said, well, exciting. That's so marvelous. I said, okay, so you're gonna need at least your last 3 years of your tax return. The person said, tax return, I don't file that on my tax return. I don't want IRS to know my business. But IRS is with the government. And if you want grants that's coming from the government, the first thing they're gonna ask you is your paperwork. Where your tax returns. So you see why it's so important to have all your stuff in order, because when that opportunity comes, you guys, Dr. D don't want you running around like your head cut off, or chicken running around with a chicken with a head cut off. I want you to be able to pull your folder and say, okay, what you need? Oh, all right, I got that. You need what? My balance sheet. Oh, okay, I got that. This is where we going here, going forward in 2023. Urban management clients going to have this stuff together going forward. Now it's going to be some work. Yes, it's going to be some work. It's going to be some discipline. And if you want to make that $1 million status by Christmas, you can get there. We can get there, but we're going to have to be proactive with our business. And with that said, I'm going to share my screen. I don't know if anybody made any comments or anything. And show you guys why it's important for us to get our businesses in order. Okay, I went to Washington, D.C. this summer, right? And this is already on the books, you guys. It's nothing I'm making up. It's already on the books. It's called the Corporate Transparent Act, Impact on Business Owners. And let me show you who they're coming after. Shell companies that's listed as LLCs. Okay, let me go through it right quick. A shell company is a company without active business operation or significant assets. A shell company have been used for myriad purposes for years throughout the world, whether used for security reasons, liability, estate planning purposes, or holding companies. Even tax havens, shell and front companies are widespread in the global economy and frequently used to shield a distant ownership identity. The many parts of the world, shell companies are legal. They are used, okay, let me rewind. In many parts of the world, shell companies are legal. You can create a company, you guys, that's LLC right here in the States, and it could be a shell company, meaning it owns other entities. But let me tell you, it's a catch-22 now with this. They're used for illegal purposes such as tax evasions, fraud, and evasion of international sanctions, has received increased scrutiny of the late, I don't know what happened to the rest of that statement, but according to the Panama Papers scandal in 2016, 11.5 million documents involving over 200,000 offshore entities highlight such illegal usage. Now, throughout the years, discussions and enforcement of international sanctions and the difficulty in their enforcement has consistently been a talking point stemming from the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Now, I don't have enough time to unpack all of that, but I want to go down here because I was listening to something one time, and individuals were sharing how many LLCs they had. Okay, that's good, but check this out. Because of the pandemic, y'all, and because of the many scrupulous PPP individuals that did not do right, okay? In September the 29th, 2022, that was just last year, y'all, 3 months ago, the U.S. Treasury Financial Crimes Enforcement Network pursuit to incorporate Transparency Act. They told us, matter of fact, when I was in Washington and at our luncheon, they literally, I think it was 2 days before the luncheon, they had just signed it into law. All right. That's how serious this is. And what's going to happen, the security and financial systems by requiring corporate ownership transparency, which will reduce the exploitation of business entities by bad actors, meaning people that don't have good character with these shell companies. Okay, what companies must comply with? The domestic reporting, right here, company as a corporation, which is LLCs, or any entity created by filing a document with the Secretary of State, no matter what state you're in, whoever listened to this broadcast, whatever state that you're in, this is for you. If you have an LLC of any state under the law of the state or Indian tribes, even the Indian tribes now, they will be required to identify who is the beneficial owner. Ervin Management Group, LLC, I am the beneficial owner of this company. I'm also the manager member, okay? The difference between an LLC and a corporation, now LLC is a corporation, but we are not double taxed. Then you have the S Corp that converts from the LLC to the S Corp. I don't have time to unpack all of this, all right? But that's the difference from just a regular IN incorporation. For profit, you don't get that double tax, okay? But look at here, going down here. It is expected that in addition to the corporations and LLC reporting companies will also include the limited liability partners. So if you're an LLP, you're going to be getting some letters, y'all. You're going to be getting some letters, and the letters going to require you to name the beneficial owner. I mean, who owned it? Who set this up? And normally, you're good to go if you have a business account with your business name. I'm showing y'all some nuggets. You have to fill out a form, and it's going to say the beneficiary of this company. So they're going to already know who's who and who's not. Okay? So the letters that will be sending out, it's going to go into effect January 2024. So I am part of the National Small Business Advocate Alliance Advocate Leadership Council. And what we do, we go to our city representatives, our to the state representatives and advocate for small businesses. And this is one of the things that we advocated because they wanted to implement this year. But what happened? They extended it for next year. So I feel that this is literally an opportunity for all individuals that have LLCs to begin to get your paperwork in order. So what I'm going to do next week, we're going to go and dig into the paperwork. Now, I also have a 3-day tax challenge. This 3-day tax challenge is going to be phenomenal because it's going to be pre-qualifying individuals not only to get your taxes in order, but qualify you to begin to receive government solicitations. And that's where you want your business. That's where you want your business. All right. But it has, you're not able to skip over that until you get this. You have to get the taxes in order. Period. You need your taxes. I'm going to give you 7 things that you can do with these tax returns. All right. I'm going to have a webinar coming next month. I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to enjoy the Success Fest and the individual speakers that was on the feed, which was phenomenal. Okay. I'll be part of it next month, and I'm going to be sharing about taxes. Okay. It's 7 things that you can leverage that tax return that's going to benefit you. I don't want you to look at this season going forward. Oh, you're all dread, your heart palpitating, you're all fretful. No, I want you to be empowered. I want you to be educated. And I want to encourage you, okay, we're going to do our taxes and we are going to receive the best that we can get. We're going to maximize our tax experience because we sit in one of Dr. D's Facebook Live or YouTube Live or the 3-day challenge, the grant sessions that we have. Hey, I want you guys to get it all. I want you to get it all. I do not want you to miss out on nothing. Say it with me. I'm not going to miss out on nothing. Okay. So see right here, what they're telling you right here. They say, what should my company do now? They say, be prepared to comply with the rule that will take effect in 2024. The implementation of the BOI reports, that's the beneficial owner inquiry, that's what that means, unclear. For example, the forms for the BOI reports and the necessary infrastructure to comply with the confidentiality and the security provision of the Corporate Transparent Act, that's what the CTA means, are still being developed. See, they still working on it. Y'all, look, if our former president then got it, and there are some other individuals that got it, look, I know they got people teaching how to evade the taxes, but I'm going to tell you what the Lord told me. Render unto Caesar was due to Caesar, and render unto God was due to God. Now, the best part about it, if you take time out and be proactive and learn about tax period, oh my gosh. I have an awesome story to tell you about why I'm so passionate about taxes. Because of something that negatively happened to me in my family and many others that's right here in the Houston, Texas area. And when I share that story, many of you are going to say, oh my goodness, I remember that. Okay. But I'm going to share that on the Boom Factor Radio. But I can share with y'all, but I'm going to come back and do a different feed. But let me tell you guys, you do not want to hinder your progress. All right? You don't want to hinder your progress. As our motto says, let's do all things decently and in order. 1 Corinthians 14:40. That's the foundation of this organization, our firm. When somebody says, girl, I see you with a firm. Look, I received that. Because God wants his people to be blessed. All right. So I'm just going to recap. And matter of fact, I'm going to stop this recording All right, I'm gonna stop this recording, and then I'm gonna come back and share y'all the story on why I'm so passionate about taxes. Okay, so as you see, I didn't make this up. This is one of the new Corporate Transparency Acts. Anybody that have an LLC, and what I mean, individuals just send an LLC, they fill out the form, they send it to the state of Texas or the state or wherever you live in, your state. Then you get back in the mail, you get a letter. Well, here at Ervin Management Group, our people, my clients, they get a corporate package. This corporate, instead of them, they get a whole corporate packet, and they get their name embossed, and then the folder, well, it's empty because I have the other papers down here. But instead of them have to go and file, they have to get an operating agreement, they got to get their resolution, they got to get their conflict of interest, they got to get, and all of these things are necessary when you want to go and reach higher to these other industries. Okay, we're gonna talk about that next Tuesday. So I want you go and y'all register for the grant class. Oh my gosh, I told y'all they're gonna be dropping some stuff. Go here to Ervin Management Group. There we go. Go to Ervin Management Group, okay, and register. Register right here for January session. Okay, register for January session, and you're going to be blessed. Let me tell you, you're not going to receive the ultimate reward when you do something one time and it don't happen. Oh, that don't work. I did not get where I'm at just doing something one time. Dr. D felt out, I could say about maybe now, probably about 50, maybe 52 grant applications. And out of all of those grant applications, I received, I think, 3 or 4 of them, major. Okay, probably more than that, but I'm gonna just say over several. I'm gonna just say several. Okay, so you cannot allow yourself to give up. All right, and you got to persevere, and you got to have grit. This is not a sitting down, like, okay, I'm just gonna wait until God just send somebody my way, and I'm just tired of doing it. No, you got to, what the word tell us? The kingdom of God suffer violence, and the violence got to go back and take it by force, right? Come on now, it's a fight. It's a fight. You are not going to obtain the maximum manifestation that Daddy God has for you unless you get up and fight for it. All through the Bible, everybody had to fight for what God promised them. So what makes us different, y'all? But you know what's better this time? We have our angels working on our behalf. We have the Holy Spirit working on our behalf, if you take time out to listen to him. And I'm talking about for business. Oh my gosh. And your ministry is business. So let me get out of here right quick. Go to Ervin Management Group. That's our website. Okay. Next week. This is every month. Every month. We do this every month. Okay. It's a new month, new year. Hey, we going forward. I'm telling you guys, you stick with the Holy Ghost. We're going to all have a good Christmas. I'm telling you. Well, I know I'm going to have me a good Christmas. I'm not just sitting around. I'll be tired. That's probably what my daughter said. Man, you need some sleep. I said, girl, I know I've been sleeping, but I got to read these contracts. I got to submit these. All right. So I'm going to stop this recording. I'm going to stop this recording. So what we talked about today, right quick, get you a folder, you go to, I'm gonna stop it. Go to stop share. Okay, there we go. Go to the dollar store, or you go to Walmart. Just get you a binder. Invest in yourself. You know, because you could take the receipt and write it off. Invest in yourself. Okay. If you have one business, two business, separate that stuff. Okay. You can't double dip. Can't double dip. Separate those businesses. Put those receipts in the folder. You'd be amazed how at the end of the year, oh my God, you'd be so like, oh my goodness, this is interesting, Lord, and I am excited. When you get to literally see your business on paper. Yeah. All right. Get those receipts, get all your income together. If you have a business, you're going to make sure you have all your expenses. If you have invoices that people paid, make sure you have a copy of those invoices and put it in the income area. Okay. And you get ready. So let's get this going. If you need any help, all right, we are here to serve you. We have 4 different packages that will help you maintain not only your business, but help you maximize that tax return. And literally, individuals lower their tax liability by 15% with us. Yes. And sometimes they'll get money back, but the main focus is to lower that tax liability, utilize your business, okay? And just another nugget, you are allowed to be in a raid with IRS. IRS will give you 3 years to build that business because they feel like, okay, it's 3 years that only a business will last anyway. But we breaking that monopoly. Oh, no, 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 no. We're going to thrive. Thrive. We're going to thrive. All right. I'm going to stop this recording and go get me some water. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell y'all the story. Why I love what I about taxes. Okay. So thank you, 832-573-3095. Click on the contact where I showed you on the website to fill out the form. Matter of fact, I'll put the form in the Facebook link. Go ahead and fill that out. My appointments are booked this week, but I do have some appointments available next week and going forward, okay? All right, thanks for joining. I'm Dr. D, and I'm here to serve you, micro businesses, faith-based organizations, and our BIPOC community to help you stay in compliance within your industry by way of tax preparation, bookkeeping, and leadership development. Know that God wants you to prosper in your business, and Ervin Management Group are here to help you. Let all things be done decently and in order. And as I always say, are you in business or is it just a hobby? I'm just saying. Bye.